Hello, guys. Happy Monday. This is our February week 4. Hi, guys. Hi, Carl. Hi, Zihan. Right. Let's begin. Did you guys have a dinner? Right. Oh, yeah, guys. I have a quick question. Are you guys having holiday right now? Are you guys having holiday right now? Do you follow Malaysia school holiday? You don't? You don't, huh? Oh, okay. That means you guys have your own holiday, lah. Okay. Okay, cool. So where were we? I think we stopped around here. No as well, huh? Okay, cool. Right. Guys, one more question, before I move on, do you want me to jump to the exercise first, or do you want me to finish the note first? Because we were here. Okay, we were here. Do you want me to go to the exercise first? Because the exercise is quite long actually. Okay, because we haven't done any exercise so far. Notes will be better. Oh, that means you want to finish this thing first lah. Okay, that means you want to finish this first. Okay, because I was thinking maybe we do because we start on the hard, right? Okay, we do on the hard, maybe we go for the hard exercise. Up to you lah, up to you. Okay, so let's finish the notes first lah, then that's the case. Okay, Zihan, you okay, there's a little bit more. I wouldn't say little, but there's around like 30% more. So I'm not sure whether you guys can absorb lah. So do let me know if you want me to slow down. So last week we did we finished our heart, by the way, which is, remember, our circulatory system has 3 parts, which is the pump, the heart, we finished that, which is blood, we are halfway through, and next we shall learn about the vessels, about the pipes. Okay, the pump, the liquid, and the pipe. So we are halfway through the liquid. So we finish our blood. Okay, like I said, your blood is 55% plasma, that yellow liquid, and 45% blood cell, which is your red blood cell, white blood cell, and your platelets. So your red blood cell has something called hemoglobin. Remember this? So they will take oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin. That's your saturation level of your blood. All right, so their job is to deliver oxygen from lungs to your body cells. So like I said, this is in the lungs. This is dark red blood, deoxygenated. They will get oxygen from the lungs and turn oxygenated. And then they will go to your body cells. They go from bright red to dark red because they give oxygen to the body cells. Okay, so like I said, it's like a Shopee delivery truck. Their job is to go and take your parcel and to deliver you the parcel. All right, that's their job. So moving on, let's go to white blood cell. As you already know, white blood cell is the police officer in your cell, in your body. So they protect our body against infection. All right, infection of pathogens. Right, let me explain this word. What are pathogens? Pathogens are foreign microorganisms. Okay, foreign microorganism, or any microorganism that makes you sick. Again, pathogens are microorganisms that make you sick, like the COVID virus, the dengue virus, flu virus, whatever virus lah, okay, whatever that makes you sick, that's your pathogen. So your white blood cells' job is to kill them. All right, is to protect you from infection. So a microorganism that cause diseases, okay, I mentioned here already. So some white blood cells engulf pathogen. You know what is engulf? Engulf is like Pac-Man lah. You know Pac-Man, they eat the bacteria like that. Pac-Man. About ammonia. Yeah, sure. Do we have ammonia in our blood? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I would say urea lah, not ammonia lah. I would say urea. And urea, you can say it's ammonia, if you want to put it that way. All right, because when they go to your kidney, they will be filtered out. That's what happens. What's with the question? Why so random? All right, so engulf pathogen. So this is the pathogen, and this is your white blood cell. So they will go and eat this thing. They will eat this thing. So that is what we call engulf. And digest them with enzymes, while other produce a special molecules called antibody. Right. Some white blood cells the high class one they will make something called, okay, all these Y-shaped thing, we call this antibody. You know what is antibody? Antibody is the protein you use to kill pathogen as well. Have no sharp smell. Maybe it's not concentrated enough, because in my memory, ammonia, they smell really bad. They smell like hair dye, the hair dye cream. So you should smell that. Again, I don't know about you, because what ammonia solution or what? Because even ammonia solution, you can smell the thing already. Right? You also smell some of it in your window cleaning fluid. You know the blue color thing you spray on your window? Acid. What do you mean acid? As in ammonia acid? Ammonia is an alkali though. If you mean acid, could it be a salt? Could it be a salt? Maybe it's a salt. Maybe they have no taste, they have no smell. Okay, right. Anyway, so your white blood cell has two types. Okay, let's summarize this. This is the lower class one, they will engulf bacteria, and this is the higher class one, they will produce antibody. Right, guys? And the amazing about this type of white blood cell, okay, listen, this is extra info. The amazing thing about this type of white blood cell, the high class white blood cell, they will produce something called the memory cell. Now, what is the memory cell? It's the cell to remember any disease. This is why, guys, certain disease, you get it once. For example, any of you gotten chicken pox before? Any of you gotten chicken pox before? If you got chicken pox before, no. You haven't got chicken pox before? Okay, neither have I. So, if you have gotten chicken pox before, you will not get it again. All right, because your memory cell will remember that disease, so you won't get it again. Okay, so you might say, so then what about flu? Why do we get flu every year? Why do we get flu occasionally? Because every time you get flu, the virus is different. All right, the virus is different. Like you see, okay, let me show you something. This is the virus that makes you flu, that gives you flu. This is the rhinovirus. Okay, you see? It's the common cause of the common cold, right? So how many strains, how many variants are there? Okay, let's look at the variants. I see. There are 165 recognized types. So the more times you get flu, the more immune you are. You can't possibly get 165 lah. Okay, so it's like it's like, you know, COVID, right? COVID has the alpha strain, the beta strain, the delta strain, and the omicron strain, and then there's the XBB strain. You know, every time it will just keep changing lah. So let's say you get delta already, but next time you will still get sick too, because omicron might come to you. So different strain will make you sick. So this is why you still get sick even though you have the memory cell, because it's a different virus. Okay, but that's what they do lah. They protect you lah. Okay. Anyway, so next, platelet. Platelets, they are small fragments of cells. When a blood vessel is damaged, platelet form clot at the site of the repair to stop the bleeding. So this thing is to stop bleeding. Platelet is like your bricks. Okay, think of them like your bricks. So you have your skin. Your skin is like a wall. Your skin is like a wall. If you manage to cut your skin, it starts bleeding, right? Because there's a hole in the wall. Okay, now there's a hole in the wall. So this platelet will go and these bricks will go and repair the wall. Okay, they will repair the wall, so you stop your bleeding. That's the job of your platelet. Okay. If you have gotten dengue before, okay, any of you here gotten dengue before? So if you have dengue before, no again, wow, you guys so healthy one. Okay, if you guys got dengue before, how does the doctor know that you have dengue? They will do a blood test on you, and if your platelets level is very low, that's a sign of dengue. All right. So how do you die from dengue? You die because you do not have enough platelet. So your body starts bleeding. You cannot stop the bleeding. You will have internal bleeding and die. That's the problem with dengue lah. Okay, I've gotten it before. My platelet dropped to like single digit. Normal people platelet is 3 digit one, like a few hundred one. Mine dropped to single digit, almost to zero. Okay, and the thing bounce back lah. Okay, usually, dengue, you recover fine from dengue. So that's your platelet lah. Okay, so these are the three blood cells, red blood cell, white blood cell, and platelet. Red blood cell is to transport oxygen, your Shopee truck. White blood cell is to kill pathogen, your police. Platelet is to stop bleeding, your brakes. So these three things are your blood cells. Okay, so how do you know? Guys, when you go and do a blood test, they will show you your blood cell and everything. You can get Ebola multiple times. I think you can get it once or twice though. It's just that the death rate is very high. Ebola's death rate, if I'm not mistaken, is around 50 to 70%. I mean, if you survive it once, you wouldn't want to get it again. So that's the thing. All right, anyway, so let's look at your blood vessel, shall we? Okay, so we finish our blood cells, we finish our blood, so we finish our pump, we finish our liquid. Now it's time for the pipes. Let's talk about the pipes. Right, so these are our blood vessels. Okay, so what are blood vessels, by the way? The pipes that blood flows through are called blood vessels. Okay, like I said, I want you to imagine your aquarium. If you have an aquarium at home, if you have a fountain at home, to build a fountain, okay, let's just say a swimming pool. Let's just say a swimming pool. If you want to build a swimming pool at home, you need three things. You need a pump, because they need to pump water. You need pipes, underground pipes, and you need water. Right? Because with these three things, only you can make a swimming pool. So the pipes are underground, they are to pump water, they are to ship the water around. And of course, you must have water in your pool, and you must have a pump. Right, guys, if you have been to a swimming pool, usually nearby a swimming pool, there's a small room there, and it's usually very hot and noisy. You can hear the sound there. That's the pump lah. Because it needs to keep circulating the water, and it needs to keep filtering the water. Because people pee in it, people throw rubbish into the pool, so they need to keep cleaning it. Yeah, that's why having a pool at home is very expensive. The maintenance is very expensive. Okay, so let's talk about the blood vessel. So we have three types of blood vessel. As you remember from our heart, I did tell you this, right? We have two types of vessel. Actually three, but the main ones are two. You have artery, which is going out from the heart, remember? Arrow pointing up is to go out. And then vein is going into the heart. So this is arrow pointing down. So it's in, you see? Arrow pointing down, coming in. Arrow pointing up, going out. Just like your atrium and ventricle. Remember, these two rooms, the upper room, we call it atrium because arrow pointing up. A is arrow pointing up. Then we have ventricle, V, arrow pointing down. Okay, then you have artery and vein lah. So, let's look at your, okay, so we have arteries that carry blood away from the heart, like I said, exiting the heart. Then we have veins carry blood towards the heart going in. This is out, this is in. And in between, there are the capillaries. Okay, the capillaries. So capillaries, they connect arteries to vein. Okay, so you might say, sir, why do we need this? Why two not enough? Because capillaries, they are thin enough for substance exchange. Okay, what do I mean? Okay, I want you to look at this diagram. Okay, can you see this is the artery? This is the artery. It's exiting from the heart. It's exiting from the heart. Okay, let's say you have body cells here. Let's say these are body cells. Do you think the oxygen inside, can come out here? No, because it's too thick here. You see how thick this thing is? Right? But instead, your blood will go to these small. Can you see these are very small? Okay, these are called capillary. They are thinner than your hair. They are thinner than your hair. So if you have body cells here, oxygen can just come out, no problem, because they are very thin. Very thin. So these are your capillary. Guys, fun fact, this is so thin, even by banging them hard enough, they will start breaking. All right. Okay. If let's say you bang your head against the wall hard enough, let's say your forehead, you bang it against the wall. Few minutes later, what do you see? What do you see on your skin? Okay, maybe not few minutes lah, maybe few hours later. What do you see on your skin? You see a bruise, right? Yes, very good. You see a bruise, right? As in 黑青 You see a bruise there, right? Okay. How does bruise happen? Very easy. Okay, imagine this is the surface of your skin. Okay, this is your skin. So if you knock yourself, when you bang these vessels, they will break. Okay, they will break and they will start bleeding. This is what we call internal bleeding. Yes, your capillary broke. So now the blood, it pools under your skin. It's like a pool under your skin. So you kind of see black lah. Okay, it's like, you might say, okay, sir, I thought the blood is red. Why do I see black? You know your printer ink? Your printer ink, let's just say it's blue. If it's in the bottle, it looks dark, right? Same thing lah. I mean, your printer has yellow, magenta, and cyan, right? So those three color, if you put it into the bottle, it looks dark. So the same thing. So when you have a pool of blood here, the skin will look dark. So bruise is just broken capillary. Okay, broken capillary. Because they're so thin. They are as thin as your hair. So they're very fragile. They are very easily broken. Okay, so guys, I want you to think like this. Your artery and your veins, they are like your highway. Remember, I said your red blood cell is like a Shopee truck. Remember? It's like a Shopee truck. Okay. If your red blood cell is here, they are at the highway. Okay, I said the artery is the highway. Do they deliver your parcel in the middle of the highway? No, they don't, right? No, they don't. So from the highway, they need to enter your Taman road. Okay, whatever Taman you stay in, whatever housing area you stay in, they have to go to the smaller road and smaller road and smaller road. Maybe your house is here. Only they can pass you your parcel. Right? So that's why, guys, exchange, that means giving oxygen to our cell, taking carbon dioxide, it can only happen in the capillary because they are small enough. This is your Taman road. You know the road in front of your house? The road in front of your house, 99% of the time is a small road. You don't live near a highway. Right? I mean, the highway could be beside you, but it's never in front of your house. Right? You don't just exit your house as a big highway in front, because that would be very dangerous and you wouldn't want to live there. So same thing, this is the main highway. They need to branch out to smaller road and smaller. Only they can reach your house. Only they can pass you your parcel. That's why you need the capillary. Okay. Small intestine, they have capillary. They do. You know your small intestine, okay, you actually learned that oh, that was in chapter 2. Okay, you know your your small intestine, they have all these things called the villus. The small finger inside your small intestine, they have blood vessel on the inside. Okay, this is to absorb food. So everywhere in your body has blood vessel. As long as I cut you and you bleed, Okay, let me ask you this. Which part of your body that doesn't bleed when I cut it? We don't say hair or nails lah. On your body, okay, let's say your skin, any part of your skin that doesn't bleed when I cut you? No, as long as there's blood, there are capillaries. Teeth, not teeth law. But your gum does, right? Okay, I get the point lah. Okay, so anyway, so these are okay. Let's look at artery first. Okay, so guys, artery is coming straight out from the heart, right? It's coming straight out from the heart, right? So when the heart pumps, blood immediately goes to your artery. So guys, they have very high pressure. They have very high pressure. That means if you cut your artery, guys, do you know you have an artery here? You have an artery here going to your brain. If you cut your neck, this thing is so high pressure, your blood will spray out like that to the ceiling. Like serious, if you were to cut your neck right now, your ceiling will be all blood because that's how strong your heart is. Your heart can pump blood up to the 3rd floor. Your blood can be pumped to the 3rd floor. That's how strong your heart is. So to tahan this pressure, to withstand this pressure, your artery needs to be very muscular and it needs to be very thick. Can you see how thick they are? How muscular they are? This is the muscle. Okay, this is the muscle. So arteries are thick, strong, muscular, elastic. Why? This is to withstand, to tahan the high pressure due to the pumping of the heart. Okay, so if you cut this thing, guys, you will never cut into your artery because usually they are very deep inside your body besides this. Okay, so if you cut here and if you cut it deep enough, your blood will just spray out like that. So if you were to behead someone, if you were to chop someone's head off, blood will just start spilling everywhere. That's because of the heart. Okay, so you need such a thick wall to tahan the pressure. Okay, so what makes this, can you see this elastic here? Your blood vessel is very elastic. They're like rubber band. They're like rubber band. Okay, so there are these tiny rubber, sort of like rubber lah, in your blood vessel. And what are these things called? Let's test you. This is general knowledge. See if you know this. What is inside your blood vessel that makes it elastic? Care to take a guess? Care to take a guess? Hint. Okay, hint. Big hint. This thing is also found in your face. And what is that called? Your mom or your sister, any girls lah, they are very obsessed with this thing. What is it called? No, not fats. Not fats. It's a rubber band. Fats is not elastic. Fats is not elastic. What is this elastic thing? It's the key not to get wrinkles. Yeah, it's in your skin. It's your skin. What is it called? There's a name for it. There's a name for it. Go and ask your mom, how do you not get wrinkles? When this thing breaks down, you get wrinkles. And what is it called? This thing. Starts with a C. No idea? I mean, as a guy, you wouldn't know. Okay, so what is it called? Yes. Oh, very good. That's your collagen. Collagen. Heard of this? Have you guys heard of this? Have you guys heard of this? Have you heard of this before? Okay. You know what, guys? You know what is collagen? Collagen are these tiny rubber bands lah. 胶原蛋白 in Mandarin lah. So these are your rubber bands here. So you see, when you're young, your face is very elastic because you have a lot of collagen inside. So as you start to age, as you start to become older, your skin will start to sag because of the collagen. Same thing here. You have collagen in your blood vessel to keep them elastic, right? So guys, collagen is not just about beauty, right? You don't say, oh, I'm a guy, sir, I don't care about collagen. Your blood vessel has collagen. If you have no collagen, your blood vessel will break, right? Imagine a plastic pipe that is not elastic, it will break very easily. Okay, but as a very soft and elastic pipe wouldn't break. So that's the function of the collagen. Okay, will it break due to concussion? Okay, Carl, that's a very good question. Concussion is not about breaking blood vessel. Completely different stuff. You know what is concussion? Concussion is when your brain knocks against the skull. Okay, I want you to think like this. You know tau fu fa? You got eat tau fu fa one. You know tau fu fa, right? You take tau fu fa, you put in the plastic. Usually when you tapao tau fu fa is in the plastic, right? Okay, the tau fu fa is your brain. Now I want you to take that plastic and you shake it. What happens to the tofu? What happens to the tofu? The tofu just break those into pieces, right? That is concussion. I mean, your brain doesn't break into tiny pieces lah, because you'll be dead. But one knock on the wall is a concussion already. And it's very serious. Concussion is very serious. Then, okay, about this breaking thing. Okay, about this breaking thing. Arteries they can break. Okay, you know when some old people. Okay, here's the thing. When you get old, this collagen will break down, and your blood vessel is not that elastic anymore. And if you have high blood pressure, you know what is high blood pressure, isn't it? Maybe your dad or your mom has this, maybe your grandpa or your grandma has this. Guys, high blood pressure, I'm sure you heard of it. It's so common nowadays. Okay, my friend is like 30, he already got high blood pressure. Right, so high blood pressure is when the pressure here is so high, okay, it keeps pressing on the wall. So one day, if the pressure is too high, this thing will break and the blood will spray out. This is how you die. Okay, this is how you die. This is something like bleeding lah. Something like bleeding. Okay, so nothing to do with concussion. Okay, the breakage is due to high blood pressure. Okay, so as you can see, your arteries is very, very thick, very strong. So, guys, how do you keep this? Never heard before, because usually they don't die because of this. Okay, usually when your blood pressure is higher, you will die because of two things. Number one, heart disease, heart attack. Number two, stroke. I'll speak about that later. Okay, I'll talk about that later. Let me finish this. Okay, so your artery, this is your artery. So how do you maintain your collagen? How do you maintain your collagen? Vitamin C helps. Vitamin C helps, or any antioxidant like lycopene in tomatoes, berries. Okay, all the berries they help with this thing. We call them antioxidants. Vitamin C helps, vitamin E helps, vitamin A helps, and do not smoke. Guys, when you smoke, cigarette will break down this collagen very quickly. Very quickly. This is why people who smoke, they look older. Have you realized this? People who smoke, they look 10 years older because they broke down their collagen. So when you break down your collagen, not only you look older, your blood vessel gets older as well. So don't smoke. Right? Guys, I can't think of any advantage about smoking. Right? You see, if you gamble, if you have a gambling addiction, I understand, because gambling, maybe you can make some money out of it. But smoking practically has zero advantage. I don't get what's the point people smoking, right? I mean, it's 2023 already. You are very well informed about cigarette already. And if you still smoke, then I'm sorry to say that you're an idiot. Okay, why would you spoil your health like that? Okay, so arteries can be felt when we feel our pulse. Okay, so there's an artery here. You press your pulse, you feel the that's the artery lah. Okay, so all arteries carry oxygenated blood besides pulmonary artery. Right, you see, all arteries, they come out from the heart, right? They come out from the heart, right? Can you see they are red? They are bright red, remember? Like I said, bright red means they carry oxygen. They are all oxygenated blood besides pulmonary artery. Because if you go back to our heart, you see this artery? Of course, it's going out from the heart. That's why we call it artery. You see? Pulmonary artery. Why is it blue, sir? Because they carry deoxygenated lah. Because the right side of your heart is deoxygenated. So they are the only artery that carries deoxygenated blood. The only exception. This one you need to remember. This one you have to remember. Quite common in exam. Okay, all arteries carry oxygenated blood besides pulmonary artery. Okay, so whatever you learned just now, let's come to vein. You just reverse it. Okay, you just reverse it. Just now, arteries, they are thick, strong, muscular. Now they are thin, less muscular, and less elastic. They are not that powerful. Why? Because artery is to return blood to the heart, and now the blood is in low pressure. Just now, heart blood very high pressure because it's coming out from the heart, okay, like very fast, very fast, very fast. Okay, after your kampong road, after your the road in front of your house, after they deliver you the parcel, they just slow down. It's like no energy already, so very slow. So since they are so slow, the pressure is so low, do they need thick veins? No, they don't. So this vein is more chill, low pressure. So if you cut your vein, guys, if you cut your vein, the blood will just bleed slowly. Okay, like here. Okay, you know some people, they commit suicide by cutting here, right? Okay, this part is mostly vein. When you cut it, blood is going to come out really slowly. It will take a while for you to bleed out and die. Okay, that's the vein. But if you hit an artery, that is a very serious problem. Vein, not so much. Okay, vein, not so much. So they are less muscular and elastic compared to arteries because the blood flowing in vein has less pressure, lower pressure, more chill. Right? And of course, right, guys, when blood is too slow, this is a problem. Because why? The blood can flow back. Okay, can flow back. Imagine now you're walking on the street. If everyone is running quickly, you cannot turn back. But if everyone is walking very chill, you can easily turn back. But that's what we don't want. So how do we stop this problem? Due to low pressure, veins have valves to prevent the backflow. You see, they have something called, this one you need to memorize. You know what are valves, right? You remember what are valves, right? In your heart, you have these valves. Remember? They have to stop the blood from going backwards, to make sure blood goes in one way. So the same thing happens here. The same thing happens here. You have all these valves to stop the blood from going back now. You see? The blood is going this way. So now when they want to turn back, oops, sorry, my guy, I'm blocking you right now, so you cannot flow back. How long will you take to die? That's a good question, Carl. It depends on what artery you mean. Because we have a lot of artery. Okay. Funny you should say that. Okay, funny you should say that. Okay, guys, story time. Story time. I have a friend. Okay, he's a doctor. Okay, he's a doctor. He studied his medicine in India. All right, he studies his medicine in India. So there was one semester he told me. Okay, there was one semester they took forensics. You know, doctors have to be forensic. You know, they have to work in forensic as well, right? Because okay, let's say now you die because of unnatural causes. Let's say you got into a car accident. Let's say you are robbed, you are stabbed by someone. When they send your body to the hospital, the doctor has to do a post-mortem. You know what is a post-mortem? That means they will cut you open, they will find out what's the cause of your death. Okay, what is the cause of it? How did you die? Right? So this friend of mine, he took forensic 1 year, and he was at a murder scene, and he said that he cannot forget that. Okay, he was at a murder scene. Okay, in India. So what happened was this couple, they were fighting. Okay, they were fighting some kind of couple arguments lah, and the thing kind of turned sour. So I think if I'm not mistaken, if I didn't forget this, the guy sliced the girl's neck half open with a sword, I think. Right? The artery got cut into. Okay, and okay, what's the first thing you do when you are cut? You panic, right? You panic, right? If let's say I stab you right now, you will panic. So the girl panicked and she started running everywhere. So the blood started spraying everywhere. Okay, and my friend said there's a huge blood stain on the ceiling. Huge blood stain. Okay, so the girl ran around the house because she panicked, right? She was trying to one thing she was trying to run away from the boyfriend. Okay, because the boyfriend tried to kill her. Yeah, okay, it's blood everywhere. And finally she collapsed on the bed and she died there. And then it was a pool of blood on the bed. Right? And when my friend was there, he said he couldn't forget the scene and he had some sort of PTSD after that. He couldn't eat for 1 week. So you see, guys, so you see, to be a doctor, you better have a strong stomach because you see shit like this every day, right? Okay, like not every day, lah, but you will get the chance of seeing these things, all right? So yeah. No, it will take you, I would say it will take you seconds to die lah, or minutes lah. Okay, seconds. Okay. Guys, you know what is death by hanging? You know what is death by hanging? You know Malaysia we do this, right? Okay. In Malaysia, if you are sentenced to death sentence, it's hanging. Malaysia we do hanging. Okay, you know how does it work? You know how does it work? Guys, if okay, the Malaysia government to hang you, it's not like you hanging yourself at home. You know, some people they kill themselves by hanging. No. If you kill yourself by hanging, you just put a rope and you just strangle yourself to death. That's how it works. You just strangle yourself. Okay? And that will take you like what, 10 minutes? It's a slow and painful death. But no, all types of death sentence, all types of death sentence, they are supposed to cause you as little pain as possible. That's the humane way, isn't it? Yeah, that's the humane way. So what they are doing is, okay, let's say this is you, you are at the you are at the gallows. Okay, you're at the gallows. Now they hang you here. So, how does this work? The point is to break your artery and vein, this artery and vein. The point is to break it so fast that your brain will shut down in a second. Okay, maybe not a second, but the 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 least time possible. So how do they do it? How do they do it? On your legs, they will tie 2 bags of sand. Okay, and each bag of the sand is as heavy as you. Let's say I'm 70 kg. Each bag of the sand will be 70 kg. So you have 140 kg of sandbags from your legs. So once they open the what do you call the thing? Okay, once they open it, the sandbag will pull you down so strong, the rope will snap your neck into half. Right? I mean, not physical. You will still look complete. Okay, your neck doesn't break, but the arteries, your vertebrae, your backbone will just snap into half, and your blood vessel will break. Your artery and vein will just cut off. So you cut off supply to your brain, and supposedly this will shut you down in a few seconds. Okay, might sound very scary to you, but guys, Malaysia is considered very good already, because in Indonesia, they don't do hanging. Malaysia and Singapore we do hanging. In Indonesia, they do firing squad. They do firing squad. That means if you are punishable by death, they will. You ready? Oh, okay, okay. So guys, there are 5 types of death sentence. See which one you want, That's the lethal injection. Okay, that's lethal injection. That's the gas chamber. Okay, gas chamber. There's firing squad. And then there's hanging. And of course, there is electric chair. They all sound freaking scary. So Yeah, which one do you think that? I mean, guys, it's death lah. Of course, it's gonna feel scary, right? Because it's called punishment. That's why it's scary, right? But in my opinion, I think the best is like hanging already. Why? Because it's low cost, it's cheap, and it preserves the body. Imagine a firing squad, your body is like freaking deformed. Okay, electric chair as well, you'll be burned, right? And lethal injection and gas chamber is expensive, right? So the best way to do it is by hanging. Okay, or if you want, we bring back the guillotine. You know what's the guillotine? Do you study French history? This is guillotine. Yeah, this one. You know this thing? Oh, you heard about the bull, huh? You heard about the bull, the one that hit you inside the bull, this is guillotine, This is guillotine. They call it the national razor. This was during the French Revolution. Iron Maiden is not death. Iron Maiden is just a punishment. Iron Maiden is just a punishment, just like the water torture method, lah. You know what's the water torture method? And the Spanish Inquisition thing, the wheel thing, what is it called? They pull you apart with the wheel. Those are different. Those are to cause you suffering. Those are different. Those are more for interrogation. This is to be as humane as possible. I mean, there's nothing humane about that, but that's the most humane way they can do it. Right? This is like very quickly, like, phew. Oh, the bamboo punishment. Okay, okay, okay. Wow, Carl, you know a lot of torturing stuff. I'm curious. Why do you know all this? Right. Anyway, so that's your vein lah. That's your vein. So you have your so as you can see here, all veins carry deoxygenated blood besides pulmonary vein. Oh, England history, cool, cool. Okay, so I see all your veins they are blue in color besides your pulmonary vein. Hey, wait, this thing, sorry. Pulmonary vein. So can you see in pulmonary, in lungs and your heart, the pulmonary vein and artery, they are reversed. Okay, the artery will carry blue, deoxygenated, and the vein will carry red, oxygenated. So they are reversed. Okay, so pay attention to the pulmonary. They are reversed. They are upside down, reverse. That's it. Okay, that's the only exception. That is the only exception. So that's your artery and your vein. Okay, and let's look at the capillary. As you can see, really thin. Okay, this is thinner than your hair. So an artery splits into smaller vessels going to different parts of the body. The smallest vessel is the blood capillary. Okay, blood capillaries are tiny, thinner than our hair. Okay, blood capillaries also have very thin wall, as thin as one cell. Can you see this is a cell? This is as thin as one cell. So gas can move in and out very easily. Very easily. So the thin wall allows substance to pass through it like oxygen and glucose. So, okay, imagine this is your body cell. What do we give to the body cell? We give oxygen and glucose. And what do we take away? We take away water and carbon dioxide. Remember, this is respiration, cellular respiration, because during respiration, every cell will take in oxygen and glucose, and they will produce carbon dioxide and water, right? So these are the waste product. These are things we don't want, so the blood will carry it away. So your red blood cell, they have two jobs. They are like your Shopee truck to pass through your parcel. They are also like your garbage truck. Okay, your lapsap chair, they take your lapsap away. So they have two jobs. Okay, because every day your house, okay, you buy something from Shopee will come to your house, give you your parcel. And then at night or maybe in the afternoon, the rubbish truck will come, the garbage truck will come and take your garbage away. So in this case, they are combined. Your red blood cell will do both the job, to give you your parcel and to take away your rubbish. Okay, and of course, at the other end, blood capillaries join and form larger vessels until they form veins. See, they use a highway to come to your house. Now they go back out to the highway to return to the headquarter, to go back to the Shopee headquarter. Okay, so that's pretty much it about your blood circulatory system. Okay, are you guys okay so far? Are you guys okay so far? Zihan, are you okay? Are you okay? Please give me a Y if it's okay for you. Thank you. Okay. So that's it for your blood circulatory system. Guys, this is nothing but memorization. Okay. All you have to do is you have to memorize the heart, okay, the blood, and the vessel. Okay, guys, I have a question. I have a question. If let's say now you go and donate blood, year 10 is hell. No lah, year 10 is okay lah. Okay lah. I would say, so that, okay, this is the problem. If you follow textbook or any other IGCSE book, they made year 8 very easy. That's why you feel a gap between year 8 and year 10. So you see why my notes are, okay, if you compare my notes to your textbook or what, I tend to put more stuff inside because I try to pull the gap closer. I don't want you to like jump from year 8 to year 10, or maybe year 9 to year 10, you feel like, oh my God, why is it so different? So I try to include more stuff. I actually put down a lot of stuff from year 10 and year 11 and put in my notes because I just think you should learn more. Okay. Anyway, oh yeah, about that question. Okay, guys, if you were to go for an injection, if now I were to inject medicine into your body, or I want to draw blood from your body, should I get it from the vein? Should I do it at the vein? Or should I do it at the artery? This is a question that they will ask, right? You know, IGCSE, they are known for out of syllabus question. Okay, why vein? Why vein? Why not artery? If I were to inject, okay, let's say you're a drug addict. Let's say you're a drug addict. You want to inject heroin. Okay, you want to inject heroin. Guys, this is knowledge. You can't be a stupid drug user because you will die fast. Okay, hard to puncture through a small needle. Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. Okay, but that's not the main reason. Okay, that's not the main reason. Right. Let's say now you want to inject heroin. Okay, guys, heroin is a very strong drug. That's why addicts, they inject this because within seconds it's in their head and they feel the high. Right, so what happens if you inject into your vein? Okay, first of all, this pressure is very high. The blood will shoot out. Okay, that's one issue. Another issue, if you put heroin, okay, let's say these are heroin particles. These are heroin particles. They will go to one part of, depends on what artery you go to. But okay, let's say this is to your leg. Let's say you inject this to your leg artery. What will happen? What will happen? These heroin particles will jam up your blood capillaries, So now blood cannot flow through, oxygen cannot flow through. This part of your leg will die. Okay, the whole part here will die and you have a gangrene. You know what is gangrene? Gangrene is when your leg or whatever part, they die. Right? Because true story, the same friend, okay, this same friend of mine, he has a patient who's a drug addict. Okay, he has a patient who's a drug addict, and according to him, his friend, the drug addict's friend, did exactly this. All right, did exactly this. He was high, and he insert the needle into the wrong vessel. Oh boy! Right, because when you're high, how can you aim? Right? So he was high halfway and he decided to take another shot. So he inserted his needle into the wrong vein, wrong vessel. And the next thing you know, he woke up, right? He woke up, his left leg, the whole left leg turned black. Gangrene. And they have to send him to the hospital. They have to chop his left leg off. Okay, this is scary shit. So guys, you always go for the vein because when you go for the vein, this thing returns to your heart will distribute it to every part of your body. Okay, all the green vessel, it's actually just blue lah. Okay, that is just the vein. Okay, now you see, if you can see blue, it's actually blue or green lah. That's why they draw it blue. Okay, you wonder why they always paint vein in blue, because it looks blue under normal light. Okay, so guys, to be a drug addict, you need to know where to find your veins. So you see, so if you say, sir, screw this, I'm not going to study this, I'm going to be a drug addict next time. Hey, you think drug addict no need to study? Okay, hey, I tell you this, you know, nurse, they are very good in finding veins, isn't it? Because if you go for a blood test, they have to draw blood, they draw it from your vein. Next time you notice, you take note of this. If you go and donate blood, or if you draw blood, you want to do a blood test, the blood they draw out is usually dark red in color. Dark red, because it's deoxygenated. Okay, you will not see bright red blood. That's how you know you are going to die. Right? You hate needles. Okay. I hate needles too. Right. Anyway, so as a drug, okay. You know, nurse, like I said just now, nurse, they're very good in finding veins, right? You'll be surprised. Drug addicts, they're even better at finding it. Drug addicts, they are even better at finding veins. More than you know. Okay? So you think you stupid, you can be drug addict? You die, leh. The more you know. Right? The more you know. Okay, what about vaccine then? What about vaccine? Okay, guys, vaccines are, you take your COVID vaccine shots, right? Vaccine, they don't do it here. They also don't do it here, right? They will do something called, yes, the deltoids. Wow. Wow. You know about, damn, that's the first time a student told me deltoid. This is a word only meathead, gym head will tell you. That's me. Okay, so it's your deltoid. Okay, so your vaccine injection is actually what we call intramuscular. Okay, intramuscular. That means they insert the needle into your muscle. Okay, and inside your muscle, there are capillaries. Okay, these are capillaries, which is here lah. So they will put it into your muscle, they will insert the vaccine so that the vaccine can be transported away from your muscle. Okay, why not use vein? Because it's not needed. All right, and plus intramuscular needle, they don't look that scary. It's only this short. If it's a vein needle, intravenous needle, it's gonna be this long. Okay, deltoids move a lot. Oh wow, that's a good point too. You can choose lah. It's either your deltoid or your glutes. That means your butt lah. Okay, you can go. There's a lot of injection site one for muscle. If you are crazy enough, you can go for your bicep. Okay, you might say, sir, why do we inject here? Why is it the deltoid? Because this part has the least pain receptor. It's the least painful. If you are Satan, you can inject here, your bicep. Your bicep has a lot of receptor. It's gonna hurt massively. If you're feeling brave, okay, nobody does that, okay. The needles kill your muscle. Not to say kill, but it makes you uncomfortable, right? Because the needle will somehow damage some of your receptor. It happens, okay, it happens. Okay, so that's your, so they put it into your muscle. All right, and there's even a smaller needle called sub-Q needle. Sub-Q needle, this is for insulin. This is for insulin. If anyone at your house has anyone at your home has diabetes, you know what is an insulin? Oh, you know this, you know what is insulin, right? So if you are diabetic, you need to take insulin, they will do sub-Q injection. Sub-Q is so small because they only insert it to your fats. Okay, you look at sub-Q needle, they're like the smallest needle in the world. There, you see, you barely feel anything. So this is your sub-Q lah. This is your sub-Q. Okay, anyway, so the more you know the more you know. So guys, unfortunately I can't finish this today. So you can go home and read this. How do you make sure your heart is healthy? What is TPI? I mean tetanus. What is TPI again? Oh, wow, Carl, you know a lot of stuff. That's cool. Trigger point injection. Oh, okay. Wow, that's something I don't know. Right, okay. Anyway, so I'll go home and read this yourself lah. Next week we shall. Oh yeah, guys, we finished this chapter. So please go home and do the exercise as well. Okay, there's a lot. Please go home and do. I mean, if you don't want to do, you wait for my answer. No problem. But the more you practice, the better you become. Chemical formula for lactic acid. Wow, shit, that's a good question. Is it C3H6O3? Oh god damn it, I forgot. Haven't wrote this in a while. Why not you go Google? Why don't you go Google? Or you can ask ChatGPT. Use the AI lah, it's already here. Okay, so guys, I will see you next week lah. Have a good Monday. I will see you soon. Okay, have a great week, guys. See you. Take care. Bye bye. Good night.